Hey guys, today's November the 13th. I want to go over the euro and just give you my thoughts and my opinions, and know that this is an educational video only, so please consult a professional financial advisor. Trading Forex, if you don't know what you're doing, what's going on, it could get very, very expensive and risky. With that being said, let's get into the charts. Okay, so this is my Gann chart. This is where I kind of, I look at different softwares and use different calculations and just try to see the big picture within everything, and then determine, what's going to be my next move. Right now, these are stops. This is like where all the bunch of stops are up here, and let me put my crossbow here, and then there's a bunch of them down here. So this is the game right here. We put our Gann swing bar. We see that the swing is still to the downside, so it hasn't changed like this to like continue going higher. I mean, it's trending higher, but according to the Gann swing bar, it hasn't changed yet. So let's take that off, and let's see some levels. We've penetrated the 34.29, which is the 75%. You got that 50%, which is at 34.68. We haven't gone up there. You got to keep an eye on. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for level wise. At 34.68 is a 50%. That one you got to keep an eye on, because that's a strong level. In regards to Andrews, nothing there. There wasn't really much action, I think that's it for this chart. I want to save some time for some other stuff, but that's about it. I want to show you dates that I have with the Gann emblem. 13th. Next date, according to this, will be the 14th. You got a little cluster of 2 dates, and I haven't shown you this yet, but this is my geometry date. I keep on the bottom. I like to see if there's clusters within these dates with these dates. And the 7th was the low. And let me put this down here. See, there was no 7 up there, but there was the 7 up down there, which made a low. And then the 8th, nothing really happened. Just kind of trending higher, choppy, undecisiveness. And today's the 13th. So that's, these last 3 days I've had for a turn. I don't know if it's a pop or it's going to just turn lower. I don't know. But that's it. And then 15, 18, and then I think the 18 I do have a hit. On the 18th, I actually got 3 hits, which is good. 1, 2, 3 from the September 6th low and the October 25th pivot high. You got 3, and then you got a geometry calculation. So that's pretty good. So we'll see. Sort of show you that. Let's get into. Let me show you something else too that I look at. Let's go all the way down here. Start from the beginning. Okay, you see this is the 25th pivot high. Looks like the euro made a high on the low on the 7th from the 25th pivot high, and today we're here, the 13th. So I always like to look at when they kind of line up. Like if the 11th was a pivot low, the 8th was a pivot low, and let's say we're coming, on the 16th. That would be an interesting day for me, just because this is pretty much lined up right here, from the high to a low, and now we're here. That would be interesting. So that would kind of spark my mind and be a watchdog on the market. As of right now, that's what we got, and this is today, so the 13th. So nothing really geometrically aligned in regards to vibrations or whatever. You kind of look for a pattern. We look at the 7th low, November 7th. See if I can zoom in here a little bit. Today's the 13th. We're right here, really close. So it's been, kind of not that much action. So we'll see. Once this starts spreading out a little bit and we haven't taken out the 7th low, then we could kind of see, what else we could line up. On the square of 20, you see that we made a high here on the 34.55 yesterday. We haven't kissed that. Today's low is the 33.43. If we go from the low of the 7th, 32.95, you see that you had resistance right here. You couldn't continue going higher. And we're somewhere around, actually now we moved. So this, I'll take it off and uncolor it. The market just zigzags really fast. So we're around 34.27. So we're around here. So this could probably be resistance. So pretty much the game behind these angles and these numbers from pivot lows and pivot high, Gann uses this kind of stuff, and he, I guess, after seeing so many times, you notice that price will kind of hesitate at certain angles of these levels. So this could be a good, scalping technique if you like scalping. And over here is your, your low, 34.43. So it found the base right here. So you see this angle? Anywhere probably where it hits around here could probably, be a vibration where these two connect, and there's a support or resistance. You go to the square of 100, that was the high of yesterday, and that was the low, 34.43, or the low as of now. So that's what we got. So it came all the way down, boom, hit that, and then right back up, and it went through here, and through here, and it stopped right here off of this line. If we go to, and that was from the 38.31 high. And the same thing here, 34.43. It found the low right here, boom, bounced right off that, and came all the way, went through that one, and found resistance right here. Square of 36, same thing. This is where you at, and that's the low. And this is from the low, 33.43, and that's your high. So there was some resistance right here at the 270 or the 180 degree. Right there. If you continue, nothing there. Square of 12. Found the low here at 33.43. So you see how everything is kind of like connected in a weird way. I don't know if if this is too much or too crazy. But you see, 34.53. So if you're scalping, this could be a good help. And then price and hex, look at that, 33.43 and 34.55. If you go to square price, that one's off because I was doing the high. But if you do 32.95, oops, not the minor, because that's the low. Actually, that's wrong. That should be over here. This should be clear. I got the wrong one. Glad I caught that. 34.55, 33.43 from right here. So that's the low on the 180. That's interesting. And I think that's it. We'll never have time to show you some other stuff here. Let's close this out for real estate. You can see the euro, it's kind of, the pound is getting, some bid. All these are, and this is against the dollar, so the euro is kind of like 34. Wow, it's getting Momo, 34.38, so that's good. Let's see what's going on in real time. So right now, see this angle right here? It's having an issue right here. And this is, like a fractal smaller grid, and it's having an issue here. But if we go to the big one, what's going on here? From the 5.411 high, that's the big one right here. If we could get above this angle and get, I'm sure it's going to test 34.90, test that 50 simple moving average, 35.14, and maybe get above this and maybe get to at least 3604. And if we could get above all these right here, then we have a shot to testing 3824. But it could also set up a, interesting, depending where it hits right here, and really, looks like the Dragon Draghi doesn't want this thing to go higher. I was trying to keep it in check, so we'll see. I'm out of time. Hope this helped, and good trading, man. Make some pips. Peace.